And we are back from the break. The party has, well, at least Finn has potentially learned something. Um, so, Finn, we left off at the break. You were following a little urchin who went into a gem shop. It's a gem shop that you personally are not familiar with, but Braxon did leave moments before.
Yeah, maybe
Hmm.
Braxton's the bad guy.
Yeah. Or it could
Yeah,
even
Lafdul
be
doesn't feel
someone
bad about that.
disguised as Braxon. So, Finn?
I think Finn's gonna go find a concealed area to change back to human form for a minute.
Okay. Alright, so you go look around for an alley that is empty, land, and quickly return to your human form.
I'm gonna scribble out a very quick note about what I just saw,
Mhm.
and I'm going to cast Messenger
Okay.
and summon summon a bird, I think.
Okay. A Gullion lands nearby you and squawks.
Okay. So I will attach the message to it and instruct it to go to wherever we're staying and wait there until someone takes the message from it.
Okay. All right. So it heads to your inn. Or you could send it to Higmas's shop. That's a pretty good, solid place for you guys to all be meeting up, like in the evening and stuff.
Yeah, that might be the better idea, actually.
Yeah, I was wondering, are there windows in Higgamis's shop?
Yes.
I was wondering maybe we could ask the lady that runs the shop to put something in the window if there's a message for us, or put it in a different window or something like that, so that we can just walk past and have a look, and if there's like a flowers or something like that, we know to go in.
Wow, you don't even want to stop in and say hi to Isette? So cold.
That seems more like a thief's kind of thing.
Well, if all else fails, the Gullion will actually wait there for like 9 days.
I mean, if sufficient food exists or water.
The spell doesn't say anything about that, but I'm guessing it could go get some food and water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Why
the
is
spell
this-
might sustain them.
Something will work in that regard. Yeah, if it goes to Higmas's shop, Isette would probably notice it eventually. And she could retrieve the note and then be ready to hand it to whoever comes by. Does that sound good, Finn?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right, so...
And then I think I will take the form of a cat and wait for the urchin to come back out.
Okay.
And continue following.
Okay, so you take the form of a cat and go and move around, kind of make sure that you're not staying in exactly the one place, but always keeping an eye on the gem shop. So unless the urchin left while you were changing form and scribbling out that note, he does not come back out.
Because that only would have been a couple of rounds.
Right. It was not very long. It is enough time for him to have come out and left, but he would not have been in there very long at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he was just dropping something off, then that's literally in and out.
Yeah, you didn't see him carrying anything large enough to be obvious, so if he dropped anything off, it would have been pretty small.
Or there might be a chance that they knew that they were followed and used this to distract.
Or he went out a back door that you are not familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely doesn't come out the front door in the next few hours. while you're watching.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess I'll just make my way back to the inn that we're staying at.
Okay. Well, probably Higgimus's shop as a kind of like the evening meetup. That way you could then all
Most
decide
central.
to go to like a tavern to eat, or back to the inn, or talk to Iset and do other things.
Yeah.
Because there is a meeting room in Higgimus's shop, so it's a decent place to like everyone sit down around a table and talk.
Okay.
Okay. Who would have been finishing up their day first? Because Lafdul, you were resting, and then I had that you were going to go meet up with Solas and Leva, and Solas was going to be going around to continue to ply stories. Is that still the case, or did you want to do something else?
I honestly cannot remember if I was going to see Samara before or after, if I did it last session. Because I think I was meant to leave a message to her, because she left. I think she left for the night, and I left a message.
Yeah.
So I
You
think
wanted
I was...
to try and follow her, but
No,
realized that
wow.
it's dangerous.
Yeah, that's just going to make me want to do it more. No, I had to... No, I just had to rest an album first.
What did you want to talk to her about?
I'm trying to think. Was it last night? No, it was a memory read. That's what I did last night, and I got a blank. That's what we've learnt. From I could do it later in the day. I'd probably meet up with the party to see if they learn anything first before I'd see her.
Okay. Braxon, after speaking with Laurellis, what would you have then gone and done?
He was going to go to the lawyer to let him know that we had a potential witness coming in, and I don't think he'd need to talk to the lawyer for an hour, but he'd go over
No,
the
you
details.
just mentioning that something like that's no extra charge.
Yeah.
Now, the lawyer talking to your witnesses is part of the time.
Yeah. But he'll give them enough information to know what they might want to ask.
Yeah.
And he will mention that this guy was mind controlled, and it's possible that we might be able to use that as a way to introduce the idea into the case.
Okay, but after that, what would you have done?
I don't think Braxon has anything else to do, so he would probably go back to where we're staying, but he might swing past Higgimus's office.
Okay, so Lafdul and Braxon, you would probably be getting there around that time. And Ockar, did you have anything that you wanted to do after talking to the lawyer?
Probably not.
Okay. All right, so you guys would have gotten to Higgimus's shop. You probably would have gotten some lunch in the meantime, and then get there in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Ockar will get there. Ockar will get there before Braxon, wouldn't he?
Probably, yeah. So Finn, what exactly did you write down in the note? Are you muted, Finn?
Yep, muted again.
It's okay.
So, because I didn't want to take a ton of time writing it, I probably would have just sketched down quick notes that followed Urchin from Feldork's shop, saw him go into Gem Shop that Braxon had just left.
Okay, and that's basically it?
Going to try to continue to follow.
Okay. All right.
Which obviously didn't work, but they don't know that yet.
Right. All right, so Braxon, Ockar, and Lafdul, you'd get to Higgimus's shop, and Iset would hand over the message, that specific message from Finn, on a small strip of paper. So you guys can discuss.
Yeah. We got a small meeting room there, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'd ask to use the meeting room if she's not using it.
I guess. Huh. Maybe Falderic is working with him in some way?
Yeah, Braxon will be gobsmacked. You know, it looks like he's had the place refurbished.
Really?
Yeah.
What do I know of Ballas's shop in the Thieves? Something I'm mentioning. Well, not mentioning. I'm just thinking to myself.
So,
Because it's not in my
Lafdul,
territory. It's miles
since-
away.
Right.
It's halfling territory, I think.
Yes. Yeah. You don't know
You've
it, so
been
you don't know
selling
anything
gems here.
about what's going on with him with regards to the Halfling Thieves Guild, but you have sold gems to him in the meantime. So you did notice the the renovations as well. And you're able to tell Braxon, if you choose, that back when it happened, Bella said that he was doing quite well. That's when you asked about it. So, doing quite well, wanted to fix up the shop, make it look a little nicer, that kind of thing.
Because I've been selling gems to him for quite a while, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So I would probably have gotten like a. Does this seem like out of place for him? Like he's suddenly doing really well, or
Well, I had a funny feeling when he said he didn't want to help us with our legal case because it might
that
affect
could be
his
genuine.
business. Yeah, I know. But I had a funny feeling, and I made conversation while looking at the woodwork around the shop, and tried to see if anything looked wrong, and I got no sense of wrongness. And you've been going in there.
Do you think either he's? Do you think they're business partners, or do you think that Falderic could be manipulating him, or do you think he's manipulating Falderic that's funneling money to him?
No, we've
thing
kind of
is-
spilt our hands.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
thing is, yeah, I told him what I thought was happening, right? So if he's also if he's in on it, or if he's also been manipulated by whoever's manipulating the other guy, the cat's out the bag.
Harold,
Yes.
what's the Halfling Guild's general motto or style of influence? Do they prefer to play others against each other? They're not an open confrontational type of guild.
No, they're actually pretty solid in their territory, and they're not expansionistic. So only like they have some minor conflicts with some of the other groups on occasion, but they don't push out.
People.
They don't push out, and they basically only have confrontations when other organizations push in on their territory.
It's been wondering me for a while. Samara was in the non-halfling guild when there's a halfling guild. It made me wonder about that.
That's because she lives in your area, and the Juggler's Men have a lot of.
Yeah, but not amongst your own people. Bit of an outcast kind of attitude.
Not every halfling is a member of halfling. No, or
I mean, she might
not
have
every
reasons for it. I
halfling
was just
thieves
curious.
might be.
Yeah, you don't know,
It's-
and you've never you've never actually asked her.
Yeah,
You've never asked anyone
it's definitely
else in
been
game.
on my mind though.
Well, that's something to. If you want to
Yeah,
investigate that, then you're welcome to do so.
Yeah, now carry on. Well, whatever the party was discussing.
So the big thing is the Halfling Thieves Guild really kind of goes out of their way to not piss off the others, so long as their territory is respected. So they're very much like, while by no means lawful, they're very honorable as things go. Like if the Juggler's Men or the Yakuza or anyone else makes a deal with them, they will abide by their side of the deal, and you know that they will.
They got a reputation for that. Oh,
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. A lot of what they do is smuggling and burglary. And they also have the best fences on Bral.
Yeah, well, if they're into the smuggling, they would do, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the background thing to know whose territory I might be potentially working in.
Yeah. They also they probably have the largest territory as well.
Do they?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, no wonder they don't care about expanding.
Yep.
Wow. They got a lot of the lower city and all the imports, so.
So one thing that you do know about Samara is that since a lot of the Juggler's Men either have or have had, like, you know, like the cover is the theater house. So many of the, you know, even the higher ups, oftentimes they work their way up, and they had to start out oftentimes being like an actor or some other theater staff and stuff like that. And you do know that Samara was, you know, did get her start in much the same way.
She grew up the ranks that way.
Yeah. So she doesn't do it anymore, except on very rare occasions. But she is a consummate actress.
Hmm. That makes more sense as to why she might be in the Juggler's Guild then. To me, anyway.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, I knew that Jugglers and some other performance, more bardic, and our other kits to play as in the Thieves Guilds.
Yeah.
So
this also means that if there is something going on in the halflings' territory that could affect them, you can try to get in touch with them and say, hey, I want to work with you to deal with this threat to you guys.
Yeah, I'm not doing it outside of the guild's permission.
Right? No, you would definitely do that with the Juggler's Men's permission. I'm just saying that it is the kind of thing that, you know, if you wanted to loop them in, you could try that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you have the options open. I'm trying to lay out your options.
Yeah.
So the thing that you like, Bellis's shop was closed for a while before
he
you
was
went
traveling.
off. But he was traveling, but he was closed for renovations for a while.
Yeah, I remember him being gone for a while. I couldn't remember the reason. I thought he just traveled a lot.
He does, but like he obviously, you know, like timed it out so that he'd have some renovations done while he was gone. But sometimes he doesn't do that anymore. He has taken more of a hands-on approach to his shop. But it used to be that he would have an apprentice who would run the shop when he was gone. But after doing the renovations, he just closes the shop.
Would I remember who the apprentice was? Because I've been in that shop quite a few times.
Yeah, the apprentice has gone off to you know, had to shop for a little while and then moved off Bral at this point.
No longer an apprentice.
Right.
Probably. Alright, yeah, but the back of my mind is because he operates in Juggler's halfling territory, he's in on their side, or at least paying their protection racket.
Yeah, he's paying. He's absolutely paying protection.
Especially being a gem merchant.
But to your knowledge, he's not a fence.
Alright. No, it's just something on the back of my mind that I wanted to figure out.
Alright. So, any other ideas that you guys have? You want to wait until the rest of the party arrives to discuss it further, or what?
Finn's transformation. That's It's not an illusion. It's a alteration, right?
That's a shape change. It's like the spell shape change.
Alteration. Yeah. Looking at that rod that Solas gave me, if I'd be able to use it to find him. I don't want to use True Seeing just to find a companion. That's like 300 good I wouldn't get back. Because I've got no idea what form he's taken.
We really need to know what was in that message.
You have the message.
No.
No, the message.
What the urchin
that the urchin took.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
because it could be that Bral or Falderic was worried about going bankrupt and was saying, "Look, I'll sell it at a lower price," and that might be a completely innocent message, or it could be that he's been prompted to send over messages that get passed on to some evil contact. That could either be like, so it could either be that Bellis is in on it, or it could be that Bellis is also innocent and is also being played, and we don't know yet.
All right, Finn. So you watch the gem shop for a number of hours. At what point would you like change up what you're doing, or you have the opportunity to watch for a number of hours?
I might hang out there until he closes the shop.
Okay. And figure that once he closes, if the urchin hasn't come back out, he's either snuck out and you missed him, or he's still in there, kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. So at that point, would you head to Higgamis's shop to meet up with the rest of the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's going to be a while, then I probably would have...
I mean, you have no idea when Finn might get back.
Yeah, when Finn gets back. That seems like a long time to wait around. I don't know Lafdul would stay there that long. Lafdul would definitely want to be investigating, because I was given I was loaned a toy by Solas. It does many wonderful things, and I could sneak around the shop while invisible. Around the shop, not in the shop.
Okay.
With detect illusion, detect magic and stuff, because it doesn't use charges from the rod. So
no, please do.
And I could see if there is more going on there than meets the eye, which is something I'm going to do. Because I got my ring of invisibility, I can just use that willy-nilly.
Ockar's with us as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you. I'll come back once I learn anything. Obviously, I'd rather.
I was going to say, how good are you at lying, Ockar?
You don't say that to a paladin.
Braxon just did. For a good cause. For a very good cause.
So I will say this.
Don't lie unless it's...
To save someone's life, I guess.
Yes. This man potentially is being controlled. Right? This man potentially is being controlled, just like the other man is potentially being controlled.
Yeah.
Would you be able to go into his store and check him out and see if you can detect whether he shows up as evil?
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
Solas' rod can also detect evil.
The way it works is that they have to be having an evil intent on their mind,
right,
or about to do something evil. I can't just tell if someone is evil or not.
Unless they're extremely evil.
If they're a devil or demon, they can.
If they're a devil or demon or a high-level evil cleric or maybe a wizard, I could possibly pick it up.
Yeah. Well, what I'm thinking when I say lie is, what if you were to pop in there and say you were looking for me, and can you leave a message for me? And then sort of see if he has any weird thoughts.
If he acts on...
Ockar can't read my thoughts.
No, I know he can't read thoughts.
He can still observe how he reacts.
Yeah. He can
Yeah.
see whether he gives off this evil odor or whatever it is. I don't know whether it smells evil or whatever.
Doesn't that require basically
Staring.
concentrate on staring them with and holding the holy symbol or something like that?
Yeah, Braxon doesn't know that though. He knows generally the
He
details.
just stares. It's just an innate ability of a paladin just to
Yeah.
look through their soul, as it were.
Yeah.
I would think Braxon would have been enough around Ockar that he would have picked it up how it
Okay.
works, at least based by how Ockar would explain it.
All right. Well, if would you be able to look through the window and look at him and see that sort of thing?
That's tilting your hat too much. I think we play this. He has learnt about us, and we don't lead
Okay.
on more than
All
we
right.
have.
Right, but
at least
but
about the other party.
Ockar, how do you feel about the suggestion, the basic suggestion of like visiting him and using detect evil? Like if you're like not
I don't
comfortable
mind
with doing that, okay. So then it's just coming up with a reason.
Yeah.
Go buy something.
What did he sell?
Gems.
Gems.
Then I guess I can go buy a gem or two.
Or you can browse.
Yeah.
I still think that's tilting our hand way too much.
Especially
think
considering that Bellis does vaguely know Ockar.
Yeah.
He doesn't know Finn like that at all. I don't think.
No, but that's why I was saying if he knows who Ockar is, Ockar could say that he's looking for Braxon. And he'd mentioned he was going to pop in. And can he leave a message for him? And you'd have to have a message to leave.
So that's up to you, Ockar, on how you
Yeah.
feel that acts within your paladinhood. Like if that makes you uncomfortable, then no. If you're okay with it, then there you go.
So the way I see it is that I think it's okay to work like this to potentially seek out evil, as long as I'm not like actually harming anybody or breaking the law. I'm just doing an investigation.
Yeah.
You'll be holding yourself accountable, if anything, to
Yeah.
anything that happens. So, how do you feel about lying to yourself? Well, that's how I would say, anyway. I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
I don't see it as lying to myself. I see it as not being, not giving all the details to why I'm in a place.
Yeah.
I think it is skirting the line, but it's mostly fine.
How to make Ockar sweat.
Okay, so
If you can think of a better reason to go there that won't raise suspicion, by all means do it. But I thought because I've just been there, you could have a good cover story to say you're looking for me.
and it could be arguably like dissembling, but not lying outright. Hey, I'm looking for Braxon. He said that he would be here. Can I leave him a message in case he comes back? You know? Is any of that strictly untrue?
Oh,
I mean, the message can be, for example, meet me at the evening at our office.
You know what this rock can also do?
That would be no true message.
Yeah.
You spoke to Bellas today. This rod that I have can also detect lies.
The rod that I lent to you.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not mine. I just say I'm mentioning it to Braxon.
Okay. Well,
if you could see if we could force his hand to make him lie, or obviously lie about his involvement, it would become apparent to me.
Oh, so you'd have to ask him questions.
No, you can ask the questions, and I could just observe him to see if he's lying.
Oh, so you want me to go back and ask them?
No, I'm posing a potential
hold
scenario.
on. Let's focus on whether Ockar goes.
Yeah, because I think me going back is a bit weird. Ockar going looking for me, he's got a reason to be there. That the guy
Oh
can't.
yeah, it
Here's
didn't
an
have to
obvious
be
lie.
you.
Well, maybe you could give it to Ockar.
No, well, I mean, I could. I mean, but you have to hold it, grasp it firmly in your hand.
Yeah. Well, could
It
Ockar
might
do?
be-
Could Ockar use that and?
Would you
try
have a weapon out though for no reason?
Why would I need a weapon out?
Because you've got to hold it in your hand.
It
and
looks like a weapon. It looks like a mace.
Oh, the
And it
rod?
looked like you would be trying to hit him.
Yeah,
or something.
the rod looks like footman's mace.
Oh.
It's how you're presenting yourself. I mean, that's why I would have to.
If it was just a holy symbol and I was like scanning, that'd be a lot easier. This is I don't think I can effectively pull that off.
Can you show me it?
Yeah, I just bring it out. You just hold it.
Does it have any places where gemstones would go?
No.
Right.
No.
Okay. Is it?
You just gotta hold it in your hand. You just gotta hold it firmly.
Does it have anything on it that
Grasp
looks like
firmly?
Does it have anything on it that looks like precious metals?
It's a flanged. Actually, it does have some gems on it. It's a flanged mace made entirely of silver, decorated with engraved geometric designs, with a spike at the base and set with transparent gems at the base of each flange.
Okay, so what if Ockar was to go in there to look for me, and then say while I'm here, would you be able to tell me what these gemstones are on this item, and hold it up for him to observe it with like one of those things that they look at gems with?
Yeah, but you kind of hand it over at that point.
Yeah, you have to hand it over. He'd have to examine it.
If you want to use the rod, I would suggest that it's Lafdul that is using it and is invisible.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why there's the element of subterfuge. Someone goes in there, asks questions. I observe the situation.
Yeah, since you actually have to hold it and not just have it on your person.
Okay, well then what if...
holding a mace in a city streets or in the shop is pretty questionable.
Okay then. Well then what if Ockar goes into the shop and Lafdul follows him in invisible, and Ockar shuts the door?
I've been around this shop enough times. Does he have windows outside? And would I know if this rod works outside windows? I can obviously test this.
It might only work once a day, bear in mind.
Some things do work through the windows, some things don't.
Detect light might not.
Spells.
Yeah,
detect light might not work outside.
If you're invisible, Ockar could just take a while opening and closing the door, and then he could take a while leaving the place as well.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose so, but it's going to make Ockar feel awfully uncomfortable.
Or you can just be invisible and reduce your size and go on Ockar's shoulder.
I might need that power later. So I realised I can go underneath small doors while polymorphed and shrunk.
Well, I think the two of you have got the makings of a plan.
Yeah.
You need to iron out the details, though.
No, it is a good plan. It's asking the right questions. I got telepathy. I could cast on Ockar. So I could. At the moment, I just want to see if anything sticks out. I'll come back in like, I don't know, half an hour, just to see if anything stands out about the building.
I mean, you don't need to go back to the building unless you're looking for something new. You were there to sell them gems not too long ago. and you've sold gems to him multiple times in the past. Like you can reference your memory if it's more of just like casing the joint kind of.
I want to case the joint with magical intent now. Because there might be a possible connection with Baldric, and we know magic's been used, so now I'm detecting for magic at Balor's place.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, just going around for illusionary entrances, illusionary exits, magical wardings on doors and stuff. That's a tell to know that he's a magic user.
All right.
Just rudimentary things. I'm not going in the shop, and I'd be doing invisible, just seeing what I can see.
All right.
From the outside.
So you want to? Do you want to be invisible?
Yeah, I got my ring of invisibility.
Okay. All right. So, Ockar, did you want to go in and talk to him in the meantime, or are you going to let, or do you want? Does Lafdul covering that kind of thing? I mean, there was talk about Ockar going and using his detect evil, so I don't know exactly.
I want to do this first, then come back, then we go in with the both of us operation.
Okay.
This was a pre-operation, pre-group thing.
Does that sound good to you, Ockar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it might change our plan going forward, that was all.
All right. So, Lafdul, you make your way over to the shop. Do you want to go into an alley and become invisible, or do you want to go become invisible and go all the way over there?
I can find somewhere and go invisible. Sorry, excuse me. Go invisible somewhere and then just walk my way over there.
Right, so go into an alley where there isn't anyone to become invisible. Okay.
I did a really good check to make sure people aren't around.
I mean, it's middle of the day. The streets are full of people, so you're you've got to do a lot of weaving and dodging to get there without bumping into people. Being really careful at corners and stuff. Which is not a problem for you. You're good at that. I'm just saying that's how you have to get over there.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. All right. So once you get there, you kind of
What did I?
Go ahead.
What did I know from Solas? I can just use this power at the detect powers as much as I want, and I can just alternate. It doesn't have a. Did you ever figure out how often we can use the powers?
I've only used the powers once, and it was the detect invisibility.
Did you know if you could use detect invisibility again later that day or not?
As I said, I've only used it once.
Alright, so we're learning how this rod works. That's great.
Because I haven't had any real situations where I've had need of using it.
I mean, that was worth.
And,
fine.
And it was extra testing that I did with the Invisible Stalker.
No, it's fine. Now's as good as time as any, I guess.
Okay.
To figure this out.
So, what do you want to see? You find a little shadowy corner and put yourself there to get prepared. What do you want to do?
I want to see if there's any illusions. Maybe he's got invisible guards around. Who knows? Maybe I'm overthinking this, but detect illusions. Just
okay.
I assume it works like the detect illusion spell, the priest one.
All right. So you want to check check his building with the detect illusion, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You are not detecting any illusions. Other than, of course, yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. At least know. Would I show up with non-detection?
That's actually a good point. I would.
I don't think I would.
Doesn't matter at this point.
Well, Lafdul's now doubting the validity of the rod.
That was more for flavor. I'll figure it out later. Right, so no, you're not detecting any illusion on his the exterior of his shop.
What about the back alley of your shop? Can I get around to the back alleys of the shop or back? Or is it down another street?
Yeah, you can go to find the back of his shop.
Yeah, and I'd see if the spell's maintaining. And would I know if the spell's maintaining? I wouldn't know, would
I? If you want to maintain it, you have to continue to grasp it. and
Yeah,
hold
I'll
it.
continue to grasp
And
it.
that does mean like you're holding it with both hands in front of you and walking slowly.
I mean, I'm walking. All right, no, that's fine. I'll do
Okay.
that.
All right.
Might
You
take
do
a bit
not
of time. I
detect
said
any.
about half an hour, so.
You do not detect any illusions on the back of his building either.
Detect magic. They're the only ones I want to do. Is detect magic and detect illusions. So
Okay. You are not detecting any magic on the exterior of his shop.
I go around the front. Oh, I noticed detect invisibility and detect illusions are separate, but
Yeah.
Okay.
There's more than
one invisibility type. Yeah, that's not an illusion. Like my one isn't.
Yeah, for example, the seeming spell that I have that can alter appearances of people.
generally, like, detect illusion generally detects like your classic illusion, as in like spectral force, I believe, rather than illusion, phantasm, magic.
But if someone's under a generic invisibility, would that also show up under detect illusion? Like low level invisibility.
Yeah, so detect illusion basically works like it will reveal it doesn't work on invisibility, but it does work on like spectral force, phantasmal force, that type of illusion. An illusionary creature type thing.
Oh, that means I got the free passes one for invisibility as well. Alright, now I'll detect magic. Back and forth.
Yeah, you did not detect any magic on the exterior.
Then invisibility, then back and forth, then I will go head back to the shop.
Okay. You are not detecting anything invisible around there either.
Alright.
Okay.
Head back to the shop.
Okay, so you get back to the shop, and around that time, so this is late afternoon at this point.
Probably an hour since we got Finn's message, or a bit longer.
A bit longer. You had some discussion of it and stuff like that. And you'll get back there at about the same time that Solas and Leva will be arriving to just check in. So you guys can discuss what you've found further.
We'll discuss what Finn's told us. Solas has any input. Obviously telling him how his rod has so far functioned for me.
Mm-hmm. Solas would also make the comment that it could be completely innocent, or the urchin might have, if it's something more than an urchin, might have noticed that it was followed.
I mean, it's pretty hard to notice for a songbird following you. It's extremely niche.
It's hard, but not impossible. Depending on what the thing was, if it was not really an urchin.
Are we sorry? Are we all back together now? Or is this...
All of us apart from Finn.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, except for Finn. Finn is still observing, and Finn, because Lafdul showed up invisibly, you would not have noticed him being around there.
But
I should have said, when I said late afternoon, more like mid-afternoon. So you still have a couple hours before things would start closing and stuff.
I mean,
one thing I would say, says Braxon, is if that urchin was not a natural creature and was designed to look like an urchin to go carry the message, then maybe it didn't come out because it disappeared.
Yeah, it could have been a different person. Like I come out of the shop as a different person.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to ask Finn whether anything else came out instead of the urchin. But could it be that the urchins that the other guy meets he thinks he's meeting just ordinary kids, and they're not really ordinary kids. They're being sent to spy on him or do something.
Also, the thought that just occurred to me that it could be that the urchin didn't spot someone following them, but perhaps they've been trained to basically do things to throw any potential follower off their back.
Maybe, but why was Lafdul able to follow him
Finn,
all the way
'cause he
there
was
and
a
then?
bird.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
he's a bird, he's got a topside view. Of course he's going to follow him. It's easy. Wow, easy, I say. I've never done it myself.
I would think that skilled thieves, for example,
Laughed or sneezes for no reason.
would try to drop any potential followers they have, even if they don't know if there's one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a practiced thing that someone of that disposition would probably do.
Yeah, but why would someone that trades gems be hiring thieves to take messages to other gem cutters?
Well, you know, Bral's housed to many thieves guilds.
Yeah.
There are many thieves guilds operate on Bral.
Yeah.
I mean, who's to say he isn't in leagues as one of them?
Yeah, well, I think our other avenues of investigation are working out.
But in other news, I do have some information about the spell, about the mental spell.
Oh?
Yeah, I did consult a mage more experienced in these matters. Unfortunately, not an actual mentalist, but they did tell me that if you have a mind read or a mental ability to read the thoughts of the target when the spell is active, you can potentially listen in, and but there's a risk that the spellcaster who used the spell either affects you also, or that
aware of me?
yeah. So if you want to try and listen in, it's possible if you happen to be there when the mage or cleric contacts Foldric.
Yeah, I wonder if my amulet would help in that regard, because I'm the one doing the protruding. I don't know if it would help me in that regard.
Well, they might not. Even
Might
if
help
they
me, might
don't,
not.
even if it helps, they still might know that something has disturbed the spell in some way.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if they can't detect you, they can detect things you do.
What time of day is it still?
Mid-afternoon.
Afternoon?
It's mid-afternoon.
Like 3 o'clock, something.
Solas would have returned in time to give this information before Faldoric returns home, based on his previous estimations.
What time does Faldric get home? About 7? 6?
Evening. Early evening. I mean, some of it depends on whether he does anything after work, but I mean, he closes up shop. He closes up his warehouse shop around the time that you would expect a shop to close.
There's no like clock tower of Bral or something. Is there anything like that? Like a universal timepiece or bells or something.
Bral rotates. It has a day-night cycle, so you can tell by how long the shadows are. And it has no seasons. It has no seasons, so it like
constant.
Yeah, the days are always the same length.
I don't know what to do about Faldric. What do you think? We relay the information to Solas, and obviously Leva would be here, but she can't. She's not here.
Well, it is risky to try to listen in, but I think that's our best bet to try and gain information about this. I don't think that we can easily track the spellcaster otherwise. Another option is to try and disrupt the spell, but I would rather want to listen in first.
Yeah, not listening in. I can do. I mean, it's Dame Lover, yeah, because she's got an amulet of ESP. She can also do. Yeah, no, I can do. I'm here.
Would Amulet of ESP be the kind of a thing that would allow to listen in that conversation?
You're not sure?
ESP works similarly as mind read. Yeah. What do you think about going around?
Well,
Were you known to Ballas, Solas? Does he know Solas? Because he was slightly nearer.
he may not know him well.
But he might have heard
Finn's our
of
best.
me.
Finn is our best bet because he would not have heard of him.
But you did have this potential plan with Ockar and yourself. Do you still want to go through with it?
I think you should, because if you leave it till tomorrow, you can't go looking for Braxon.
Yeah, I guess we can.
I mean, if
do
you don't
that.
want to go and only Ockar wants to go,
No, I can cast telepathy on him. We can.
Do you want to cast telepathy on him or use it to
It's a
try?
shame I've only got one memorized. I really needed to. Because I have to be inside the shop, so I can't communicate with the rest of the party. It's just me and Ockar. Well, it'd be the case of just trying to catch him out to see if he's deliberately lying about his involvement with Faldric. You know, trying to play the ruse, as it were.
Well,
to see if he's actively lying.
Keep in mind,
like questions.
Ockar was gonna go in and just be like, "Hey, can I leave a note for Braxon?" Blah blah blah. Using the detect evil. If you want to actually interrogate him, that's something completely different than what you guys were talking about before. Perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if you're just like if Ockar's just going in and being like, hey, Braxon said he was going to come here. Can I leave a note? There's not really much that Bellis is going to say that like detect lie is going to note. I mean,
yeah.
Unless he says no, Braxon wasn't here. It would detect that lie, but you already can verify whether that's a lie. So, if you want to use some of these other powers, you gotta figure out a way that makes them useful.
I do have the spell Analyze Balance.
You don't want to cast a spell in front of someone.
If you cast it,
it would let me know how many steps away from neutral they are.
I mean, I got detect. I got no alignment on the spell on the rod anyway. So,
can you cast that spell in advance?
No, he's got to juggle some coins in front of himself. It's a very active spell. Very showy.
It's a thing where I have to toss a coin up and down in my hand.
Yeah.
So, I have to be actively doing something.
Yeah.
It's better to use a rod in this case because it's subtle.
Yeah. Does rod have like a command word?
No, I just gotta will it.
Oh wait. Does the place have windows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I could do Analyze Balance from outside if I look in through a window. The distance can't be greater than 80 feet.
I mean, if you want to know his alignment, Solas has no alignment that he can cast bit before entering the shop.
You gotta have your holy symbol out
though. I don't think it was true for no alignment. It was for detect evil.
So.
Oh no, you gotta concentrate also.
Yeah.
Imagine if you went in with the original plan to leave a message for me and said you didn't have anything to write on, and could he get you something to write on? So you had to sort of turn around or something. Would you be able to pick up his vibe? How long would you need to detect whether he had evil intent?
Everything in D&D takes a round. So a minute.
At least a minute?
Right.
I mean, like, unless he leaves the room to get a
Oh.
scrap of paper, you can detect. You can use your detect evil power on him the second you ask him that, and then like start focusing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. So that's all I'm thinking you need to do, because if the thought of him thinking about me makes him think, oh my God, I need to get someone to murder Braxon because he's onto us, yeah, then that would show up as an evil thought. But if he's thinking, if he's just thinking, oh, my friends are in trouble, but I can't help, that won't show up as an evil thought. And if you could do this other stuff later through the window, then that's great. That might add extra information. But if he shows up as not evil, you might have some information right there.
Yeah, no, that's
You might not need to overcomplicate it at that point. But if you need to toss the coin, then that could be something. Maybe somebody can make you invisible and you could toss a coin outside the window. I don't know.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to do analyze balance inside his inside, like, because it lasts a while, but in order to actually use it, you have to toss the coins and concentrate. You could do that outside. You could definitely do that outside. It might look a little weird, but you could definitely do it outside and look through the window.
Could you do it while invisible?
You might lose track of the coins if you don't have good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
it would be a little difficult. You might drop the coins.
Okay.
If we roll a dexterity check every minute. Or wisdom check, I don't know what it would be for. What would be dexterity? It's intelligent. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe Solas could make it
here's the thing. Focus on what you think you can get, and then plan for that, rather than like think about what powers you have, kind of thing. You know?
Also, we have easier access to no alignment spell, and that's way more subtle than that analyze balance spell. Since that can be cast before entering the shop.
I don't particularly care about the guy's alignment.
Well, then the analyze balance spell is useless.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not saying it's. I'm not saying whether it's useless or not.
In this case, I mean,
what I'm thinking is when he sees Ockar, and Ockar says he's looking for me, if he has bad intentions towards us, surely those will be in his thoughts and would show up. And if he doesn't have bad thoughts about us, then that means that we can discover that this is a red herring, or maybe not a red herring, but the guy's not actively working against us.
Yeah, then the analyze balance spell is still useless in this situation.
Well, I'm not saying the spell is useless. I'm saying
in this situation, since that doesn't help discern his thoughts.
Yeah,
that would be the detect evil intention.
Yeah, that's why I was interested.
So we can forget the analyze balance thing then.
Well, if he shows up as having evil thoughts, and Ockar wants to do that afterwards to get additional clarification, then that might be useful. But
if Ockar wants to do that outside, I mean, if it may get you information that's useful.
I kind of want to do it before going in because because I feel like that would be useful for at least me to know.
Okay.
Where he sits on the whole spectrum.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, we also have access to the no alignment.
Yeah, and can that be cast outside the building?
Yeah, it has duration of 1 turn.
No, I mean,
I can cast it before, and or Lafdul can use the rod and detect it before.
Let's do analyze balance and no alignment. So that would give us some information we can use to
No
help
alignment tells you
inform.
exactly what the alignment is, so you don't need no.
He
You
can
don't
still
need
cast Analyze Balance. I mean, he's got a power if he wants to use his
I
spell.
just want to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
It sounds like you got a plan, Ockar. I think you should go with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Ockar is going to cast Analyze Balance outside, and then go in and just kind of basically say that you're looking for Braxon while he's getting something to write on. Use Detect Evil, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And Lafdul, you're going to go with him invisibly to use the rod?
Now I'm hesitant about tipping my hat.
That's fine. You don't have to. Ockar can do these two things on his own if he wants.
Yeah.
Or you could be invisible and just outside in case something happens.
Yeah, I'll be around outside.
Okay. Perfectly fine. All right.
I won't be invisible. I'll just be around nearby.
So are you going to, like, stow the rod, or are you going to be holding it, or what?
Holding it, but trying to like nonchalant about it. I'm just I don't know, leaning on a building outside.
Okay.
If
Just
you're
waiting for
invisible,
Ockar to come out. No, I'm
if
not
you're
being invisible.
Ah, you mean okay.
I'm just being visible, just out on the street, just holding it.
Do you want to be
Just
visible?
resting.
Do you want to hide yourself from a vantage point so that Bellis can't see you
I'm
outside?
hiding in. Yeah,
right. I mean, like
outside
just making sure that you can't be seen from someone inside Bellis's shop.
Yeah, I'm hiding in plain sight, as it were.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, Finn, you will definitely notice Lafdul and Ockar arrive. Lafdul taking up an inconspicuous position, like out of sight of Bellis's windows and door. Ockar, you walk up and begin to cast your spell. Finn, are you just going to observe?
Yeah, I'll just observe because I'm not sure what they're up to, so
Okay.
I'll just stay out of their way.
Okay. All right. So, Ockar, you cast Analyze Balance outside. Start flipping the coins, looking through the window. Give me an intelligence check, please. Actually, no, give me a wisdom check.
Okay. Wait a second, I'm moving my sheet. My wisdom is a 16. It's stuck rolling.
All right, there we go. Okay, so weird thing. You're getting a very confusing reading with Analyze Balance. He's not 2 steps away from neutral. He's 1 step away, but he's also 1 step away.
Wait, what?
Exactly. You do not know what you've never gotten a reading like this before with that spell.
So he's 1 step away from neutral, and he's 1 step away from neutral?
But not 2 steps away.
But
he could be.
Are you telling me that he's lawful and chaotic?
I'm not telling you anything.
He could be true neutral, but something's making it false read to both of them.
No, true neutral comes up as balanced.
He's got 2 personalities.
And I imagine I didn't get the percentage chance on determining the direction.
Let me go ahead and do that. What is the chance?
It's 5% per cleric level.
Is that 10% or is that 5% for you?
I believe that is 10% because I'm level 10 and I got casting at level 9.
Yeah. Okay. No, you cannot tell what direction.
I'm gonna have a confused look on my face, and I'm just gonna back away, back over to where Lafdul is.
Lafdul's outside the shop.
Yeah,
I
he didn't go in the shop. He didn't
I
go in
didn't
the
go
shop.
in the shop. I cast
Oh,
a
you
spell
didn't.
from looking in the window.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Did
be
it-
like, I got a reading I'd never seen before.
What do you mean?
He's
I
okay.
basically, you explain it to me. Can I roll spellcraft as to
I'll
why
explain
that
it
is?
to you where he was like a step away from neutral in 2 different directions.
You can go ahead and
roll
roll spellcraft.
spellcraft to see if I can make sense of this.
He's a netting with an invisible head.
Spellcraft does not help you in any way with that.
I was wondering if I can. The character does not know. That's why. I mean, the player. All right. That's peculiar.
The only thing I could think it would mean is that he's got conflicting alignments somehow.
I mean, there are magics that do that. Give you a conflicting personality syndrome or something.
Yeah.
I don't know of them. I've no idea. It's the first I'm hearing of it, though. I just know it exists.
Well, apparently this guy has got it, which is probably gonna mess up my detect evil intent.
Not necessarily. That you might be onto something with that. Just go in there, see if he has evil intent towards Braxon.
Okay.
Because Braxon might have broken the rules.
Okay. Then I guess
I mean,
I'll
if I
go
need to
do
back
that.
you up,
If it doesn't work, then we'll have to see about getting the no alignment ready. But there's something freaky here.
Actually, no. Is there anywhere I can go invisible around here?
If you want, like you can go find an alley and just wait for it to clear out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then have Ockar just wait there, and then you'll like tap him on the shoulder or something when you're ready.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll obviously tell him to give me a bit of a berth to let me get in beside you.
I'll do that.
All right.
I will have the no alignment power active.
Okay. So I mean, you can use no alignment from outside.
That's probably the best idea. You outside, walking in with no alignment.
Let's do that.
Okay. So when you're ready, you're going to stay outside using no alignment through the window, and Ockar's going to go in, correct?
Well, hang on. We're going to try with just me going up to the window and looking through the window with no alignment because I'm invisible.
All right.
So unless you can see invisible creatures, but I hope my non-detection helps in that regard.
Let me go ahead. It would not protect against true seeing, just so you know.
Yeah.
Let me take a look to see if there is a saving throw for no alignment.
It's saving throw negates.
Okay.
No idea what this. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. So, you invisibly make your way across the street and look in the window. He is helping another customer at the moment.
Is he looking in my direction?
No,
or
he's not.
Surprised or
he's not.
No.
He's speaking to a customer who's already in there, and he was doing that before when Ockar did that. I should have mentioned. All right. Okay. So, yep.
Would that have caused the weird imbalance?
No, because you got the other guy's reading, but it didn't matter. Like, because you didn't care about him. It's not someone that you've seen before or anything like that. All right. So, Lafdul, you get one reading, and that is lawful neutral.
Okay. I switch to detect evil on the rod.
Okay.
Anything from anyone in there?
You are not getting anything.
Detect good. I can just switch. It says I can switch.
Yep. You're not getting anything.
Then I go back to Ockar.
Okay.
I obviously tell him.
Did he
seems
try
to be-
chaos?
No,
That's not
he's
something that he
lawfully
gets.
aligned, apparently. Lawfully neutral, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. Either or for, but still lawful.
Then I wonder what I was picking up.
You could have. Yeah, I don't know.
Because that has never happened before. Because usually I get a step in one direction or like 2 steps away, where they're like chaotic evil or something from neutral. But when it's a step in either direction, I don't know.
I could get a close-up look inside if with detect magic, but you'd have to give me some cover. Obviously, if you're inquiring about Braxon, then I should have plenty of space in there, I guess. Might learn if he's magically enchanted.
Possibly.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do the Braxon cover story.
Yeah.
We don't need anything more complex than in and out, basically.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that then.
Okay.
Make sure you give me room. Obviously, I'm invisible behind you.
Yeah,
I don't want the door slamming on my face.
I'll give you room so you could like hide out in like a corner or something.
All right. I need both of you to make a dexterity check then.
Well, I'm good at dexterity, says the guy who rolls all 19 of us.
I have a 15 dexterity.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You do manage to both get in the door without any mishaps.
So it's good.
So Bellis is still helping another customer, a young man talking about buying his fiancée, or hopefully soon-to-be fiancée, a ring. And Bellis looks up and says, it's like a moment, and then recognition. Ockar. Ah, yes, Ockar, I'll be with you in just a moment. Let me help this customer.
Of course, take your time.
Okay.
Magic in here while I'm about.
Ockar, do you like? This is a good opportunity, Ockar, for you to use Detect Evil if you also want to use it.
I will.
Okay. So and Lafdul, you didn't cast telepathy?
No.
Okay. All right. Then let me.
I'm also right near enough to Ockar. I can whisper if I need to, depending on how far away he is.
It's
away
a
from
quiet shop. It's a quiet shop. Like with the door closed, it is actually like really well sound insulated from outside. So you're not really picking up much of the bustling.
There is some real life envy going on right now.
Okay, so
myself.
You can discuss this. I'll tell you what you're picking up, and you can discuss it afterwards. I think that's fine. Both of you are detecting something. Again, very unusual readings that you're not used to. There's something there, but it is not enough for you to determine what it is, and it's unusual readings in that way.
All right.
So after a moment, the customer is looking over a few rings, and Bellis turns to you, Ockar, and says, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
Yes. So I was I was looking for Braxon. He told me that he was coming by here earlier. He hadn't shown up. I was just trying to check up how all that was going.
Ah, yes, he was in here earlier, but he has left, unfortunately.
Ah, okay. Well, do you think you could maybe help me out with something then?
Sure. What can I do for you?
So, I was hoping to get a nice, ad character. The plan was to show him the thing, right?
The plan was to leave a note.
Yeah, let's leave a note for Braxon.
I need to leave a note for him for you in case he comes back.
Yes. Give me a second. I'll get you a pen and some paper. So,
Okay.
he turns around.
It's fancy. He's got a pen.
Well, a quill pen. Quill pen. Hey, he's a merchant. I mean, a gem merchant. He deals in high value goods. So after a second, he puts a scrap of paper and an inkwell with a quill pen in it on the counter for you, and then turns back to the customer that he was helping.
There's a contract to sign away your life. It's invisible ink, and you're just going to sign it.
As he's getting it, I'll be using Detect Evil Intent on him.
Okay. The readings haven't changed. It's a very unusual reading. You're not sure exactly what you're picking up.
I'll thank him, and I'll write down a simple note for Braxton that if he comes by here, that he should come and get in contact with me.
Okay.
And
you don't leave like a meet address or
and
anything?
I'll say meet me at, and I'll write like.
You make something up.
Yeah, I mean you could say the office. You could say the office.
I'll write down the office.
Because that is definitely something that Braxon would understand. Okay. And then you hold it up and blow on it to dry the ink quickly.
Yeah.
And then fold it up and hand it to him. Is there anything else that you want to ask him? Or are you going to like make your way out now?
I'm going to make my way out now.
Okay. Another dexterity check from each of you, please. Okay, excellent. So you both managed to get out the door without being conspicuous.
Drawing attention.
Yep. So, Finn, you have seen them go in and come back out. Well, actually, you're AFK, so I'll wait until you get back. Not sure if Finn wants to like. There you are, Finn. So you've seen Ockar and Lafdul. Well, you saw Ockar go in, not Lafdul because he's invisible. And they're going to begin making their way away. Do you want to continue watching the shop, or do you want to go meet them?
I'll probably go meet them at this point.
Okay. All right. So, how would you get their attention, or would you go find a place to transform, or what would you do? Because you're a cat,
Lafdul would probably have told Ockar to go somewhere where I can make myself visible again, so I don't.
Yeah, I'd probably go to an alleyway not too far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd follow him there, and once I realize there's privacy there, I'd change form back.
Okay. So, Ockar goes into an alley, and that is empty. Lafdul appears, and you're about to talk to each other when a cat
I feign surprise with a silent expression
and transforms back into Finn.
Oh, hey, Finn.
Color me not surprised.
I see my message got some kind of a response.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is interesting.
So keep in mind, Finn doesn't know Bellis. He probably knows that you guys have have some gem merchant dealings on Bral, but I don't think there's been a situation where he's accompanied you for selling, so he hasn't been to Bellis's shop. So he doesn't know who this guy is. Remember.
All right, now as we'll head back to the company office, I suggest that we all meet back at the company office because there's going to be a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
I presume you're done with your watching, considering you've taken back a human form.
Yeah, for today. Lost track of the urchin. I never saw him come back out of the shop.
He might have gone out the front.
Wait, you never saw him come back out?
No.
Yeah, I tried to scan for.
I stepped away for a few seconds just to change form and write the note, but. would have been an extremely quick visit if he'd gotten back out the door that fast.
Was there anything unusual about this urchin? Was it an urchin?
It did seem like it was trying to lose me or anyone who may be following it or following him.
Give me
Oh, it did?
an intelligence check, Ben.
Actually, yeah, we'll just do that.
I was wondering if you knew if this was an urchin or a halfling.
Nope. Intelligence is 11.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you're not sure if it was a human child or some other child, or a halfling disguised as a human child, but it appeared to be a human child.
Yeah, it might have been hard to see from high up, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, Finn didn't say that he was specifically going to try and figure out that.
Yeah,
which is fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We as long as he's got a vague idea of like who the urchin, and he's seen him twice, then he's pretty sure he could probably spot him a third time.
Yeah.
If this person's stuck on the same guys.
If it is someone in disguise, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you get back to Higgamis's shop, and you guys can all you do a quick rundown of what
Events.
sharing the information and events and stuff like that. So what are you guys thinking now?
Something's influencing him, or his alignment, or something. Something's going on. It's like a split personality.
I've never gotten this reaction from somebody before. It is weird.
So hang on, an urchin went into the shop and didn't come out, and you're picking
That
up
Finn
two
saw.
readings. Yeah.
He could have gone out the front.
And Ockar's picking up two readings from one person. Well, what if
Wait, no, I didn't.
What if two people were in one space?
Well, that's what I mean. If you've got an item that's...
I have an idea.
Yes, Finn.
Would I be able to use Time Pool to see what happened once the urchin went in the shop?
Oh, that's
the time
clever.
I wasn't able to watch.
Let's take a look. I want to see what the area of effect is, kind of thing. How far you can see.
Yeah. Can your Time Pool see actually into the shop?
I mean, you could definitely see some events around there. I'm gonna.
I was gonna say I could look to see the event of the urchin meeting Bellis.
That's fantastic. Brilliant idea.
Yeah, I'm just looking up the spell so that I know what the area of effect range of it is, kind of thing. All right. Okay. Yes. All right. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could certainly try. Let's look at what the percentage is going to be.
So plus 15 for wisdom.
I am going to say that plus 20 if the event is one in, well, it's not one that you participated because, well, you want to see him go in.
I want to see what happens when he goes in.
Okay. So that is something that I'm going to say that you participated in by watching it. So that is an additional 20%.
Okay.
All right, so let's
There's
see.
some background noise.
Sorry, I have many in-laws around.
Ah.
Gotcha. All right, so let's see. That is going to be 85%. All right. You did get a reroll earlier if you want to use it or do you want to hold it. It is 85%. It's pretty good.
You know, I think I will use it.
Okay.
Let's be sure. I want to know what happened with this urchin.
It's a really good thing that you use that because my first roll was 100.
Oh. What happens in he just fails?
I think it's just a fail. But yeah, okay, the second roll was a success. All right. So, you watch the urchin go into the shop, and you can see basically like through the window. The urchin isn't even acknowledged by Bellis. There is no customer in there at the time. Bellis is just like polishing some of the objects. Bellis would definitely see this urchin come in. He glances up at the door as the door opens, and then immediately looks back at polishing the jewelry that he's got, and the urchin goes into the back of the shop, and that's what you see.
Interesting.
That's incredible.
So you could see that there was no like greeting or anything like that between the two of them.
He didn't even take the message to Bellis then, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Or at
Maybe
least-
the person the message was for is in the back of
Maybe
the shop.
Or at least Bellis is
Maybe
not
he's
may not be the recipient of the message.
Yeah.
paid
Yeah,
to look the other way.
If the urchin went to the back of the shop, they might have just gone through the shop.
Yeah. There's no way a jeweler would let someone just walk into the back of his shop without saying hello.
As a player, I have a guess what might have happened, but as a character, I would have no idea.
As a
Eh,
character, I think maybe the kid might be the thing that's controlling people.
Yeah. I'd agree.
Yeah.
Or it might be a halfling thief that is portraying as an urchin, and Belas's shop is used to go through.
That's possible.
Safe passage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But something's happened to Bellas that he didn't see that kid.
Well, you could say
Or
like
maybe he saw, but he knew better than to react.
right. If that supposition
Paid
that
to
this
get away.
kid is actually a halfling thief, and this is like some halfling thief organization, it's perfectly reasonable that Bellis would not respond to him if there's no
Yeah.
need to, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the detect balance and what you said about the detect magic and detect evil intent, those are pretty interesting.
They just kept coming back as like inconclusive.
There's
Well,
one piece of information that we need to figure out.
I do have true seeing memorized.
Yes, Finn.
Does Bellis's shop have a back door?
It does.
Okay, so it could have just been a continuation of it trying to throw me off.
Yeah.
Or throw anyone potential follower off. You might have been non-detected by him, but they might be trained to do that every time.
Yeah, you can't really
True.
tell whether his actions were specifically targeted at trying to lose you or just any potential follower.
Right.
But of course, since Solas doesn't have knowledge about the Thieves Guild, he
Also
would not
doesn't
know that.
explain the weird readings you all were seeing on him with your spells either.
There's one potential thing that I think that might cause it if they have some magic item that is intelligent.
Yeah, it could be a thing. I mean,
Since those can affect the mind of the user.
if they're really
But that doesn't
potent, yeah.
really seem to affect the alignment detection spell outside
No,
of the
what?
analyze balance in my.
Because it's possessing, it's changing the alignment to the item.
No, I
And
mean,
also-
but your spell only detected him as one alignment, while my spell detected him as 2 alignments. Because remember, you detect him as lawful neutral.
Hmm.
But you also, when you use the analyze balance, you also detected the other person, whereas no alignment only targets one.
True, but it sectioned it out. I guess, but it
Well,
seemed to be coming from him.
another option would be potentially a possession.
Yeah, Bellis must be 2 people.
I mean, I could use True Seeing on him. That would show me if he's disguised. It would show me what he is.
Maybe he's not.
Then
disguised.
then we could rule out that it's probably either an item,
Well,
most likely.
when we last met him, someone was trying to murder him. So if he had special powers, he'd have used them to defend himself.
Well, I
But-
healed him. He was going to die.
Didn't you
Yeah.
use detect magic in the shop though?
Yeah, I did. I got an unusual reading. Like if you use this rod on me, for example, I pass the rod over to Finn. Use detect magic on me. You shouldn't get an accurate reading because of my amulet. If I take my amulet off and suddenly I glow up like a light bulb, or something to that effect.
Shall we try that?
Yeah, you can try it.
Might as well, just to make sure.
Okay. And do you want to have someone else put on the amulet of non-detection just to see if that is how you read it?
I'll put on the amulet
Yeah.
of protection for
Yeah,
the
that's
test.
fine.
All right. So while he has the amulet of non-detection on, you do detect magic. You just can't pinpoint where it is at all. Like, you just know there's magic in the area. Separate from what everyone else is detecting. But Lafdul, when Ockar puts the amulet of non-detection on and you use that, it is not the same weird reading.
Ah, something different.
Yeah.
Something's deliberately giving me a false reading, or trying to.
You don't know. You've just never seen that previous reading before.
Or it's something that's somehow overwhelming the spell's effect.
Yeah, it's pretty low level magic.
Right, but it does
It's
detect
magic,
magic, and there are situations you'd know of that weird things can happen with detect magic. But you just you've never encountered this before, and you're not sure what's going on. But you can rule out at least an amulet of non-detection. There might be other types of spells that do non-detection that create some weird readings.
What time is it?
It's getting close to evening.
But the shops are still open.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Solas is willing to try something and with Belas, and while Lafdul and potentially go and listen in on the Faldoric's potential conversation if he wants.
Well, you're covering this end.
Yeah.
I can have telepathy, but only lasts like 28 minutes.
Just try to listen in on the conversation if there's any happening.
What, the usual method, mind read?
Yeah, I'm going to go in just to cover my tracks as polymorphed self and see if Belas is under possession by spirit.
You got detect spirits memorized or something.
Yeah, I got detect spirit and I got detect charm that can detect possession.
Leva gave me a charm. I know she pulled several others, but they're supposed to help against spirits.
Yeah, she gave you, but she didn't give anyone else.
Yep. Can't remember what the other thing she had is.
She had the divining rod.
Oh, no, she lent that to me, but I couldn't use. I had no idea how the hell you use that thing. You want to try it?
I think that would be too obvious.
Yeah.
It was, while it's not a hefty thing, it was pretty obvious. But yeah, Solas would cast Polymorph Self.
Okay.
And change into a human.
All right.
And go to Bella's shop, and before entering, cast Detect Spirit and Detect Charm.
Okay, let's see.
And just to top it off, he would cast Astral Awareness.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Get all the spells done with.
All right, let me check to see if there's any saving throws.
So whereas Solas leaves the room, I cast a spell magic. Not. That would be counterproductive. My God would appreciate it though.
Okay. All right, so you head in and you enter his shop, and it looks like he's straightening up, and he says, I was just about to close up shop. What can I do for you?
It's good that you are still open. I accidentally lost a simple ring that I got from a friend, and as a gift, and I would very much not want to disappoint them when they visit me. So I was wondering if you could perhaps show me your golden rings with that have any emeralds on them.
Sure. Let me get those out for you. And he gets a handful of rings out. While he's doing that, you can focus on him real fast. And what is your percentage to determine what kind of charm? So I can roll that, if he has that.
Detect Charm. 5% chance per level, so I'm 9th level, so
45?
yeah, I will use reroll.
Okay. All right. And you have Detect Spirits. Oh, that does not have a saving throw.
It does not have a saving throw on.
Let's see. Okay. I'm not sure if you read this. Any spirits in the area of effect are revealed in their preferred form or appearance for all to see.
Ah.
Oh dear.
Well, that is going to be
right
interesting if that happens.
So I'm going to let you decide, like, do you want to have cast Detect Spirits? Because you would be aware that this would be, like...
That's going to be fun.
Okay.
Come on, Solas, you want to do a one-on-one?
Solas is being the tank.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to work, that this is going to detect anything. I'm just saying that if it detects, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
And you guys are showing your hand.
Well, I am disguised.
Okay. All right. So,
what could possibly go wrong?
First of all...
I mean, you just call the guards.
First of all, you do detect a charm on him, but you cannot detect what type.
Okay.
However, all of a sudden, you do see the disembodied spirit of a large humanoid figure kind of looming over him, and it's a they're covered in shaggy fur. It's got heavy robes, horns, a big muzzle, and suddenly, like, it turns to look at you, and at the same time, Bellis turns to look at you, and there is, like, this look of hatred, and the spirit roars at you. And I know it's early, but I'm gonna cliffhanger here.
Yeah, it's the perfect moment to do a cliffhanger.
Go on, Solas, you got this. 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Because for one thing, I'm not prepared for this. Because I was just like looking. Is there a saving throw? Oh dear. Oh dear.
Solas found the big bad evil guy.
Good job,
himself.
Solas.
Yeah, well done.
So,
I mean,
Solas, how fast can you run?
Well, you can polymorph. You just got to transform.
It's true. You are under the effects of a polymorph, so you can just run out the door and change shape.
And just let City Guards deal with it in the case drops. Or you can get all the XP for yourself if you solo it.
Yeah.
The rest of us not anywhere near there.
We know
again.
No, he went alone.
Or again, this might very well be just something else we encountered.
We know how much Solas enjoys solo combat.
Yeah, I mean, he's always wanted to be on the front lines all the time.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
It's going to be awesome.
Let's do some XP. Both of those are second level spells?
Detect Spirits.
Is third.
Yeah, it's third.
Detect Spirits is third, and Detect Charm is second?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be...
Thing is, I was thinking about casting telepathy on him, but I wasn't sure what was happening. So. And I was constrained about the 28 minutes. It's like, yeah, I need to try and min-max this. I will have to wait until I'm leaving, then I'll cast it.
All right. Well, let me think about some XP here. Let's see.
This is why you read your spells.
At
be
least
fair, it's a
I know
spell
there's possession.
Yeah, you figured out the case. You just may not be alive to tell us. But
Yeah.
you being dead is pretty
know,
evident
that's the best
of what
part.
the problem is.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing Solas has a good amount of HP.
Yeah, like, he does have that going for him. You got the HP bonus, and you got the 16 con or something.
Yeah, I have HP bonus.
So you could possibly survive long enough to run away.
Or solo it, if he's got like a screw of like power word kill or something.
I don't know what Solas has on him.
He's got flee, or flee. Multi-choice questions.
What level is Messenger, Finn? Is that first level?
Second.
Second.
Was anyone watching through the window?
Nope.
No, he went solo.
Yep.
He went solo.
Yep.
Oh, it's like that time Ockar said, I'm going to go home through the streets of Bral on my own, and like 10 guys turn up to punch his
like
face.
that.
You took them on though, that was impressive.
Yeah, I was like,
I
oh
could
dear.
have won. I just got knocked down to 1 HP and had to get out of there.
This is your moment, Solas. Or rather, next week is your moment.
I mean, I have plenty of options.
All right.
Yeah,
you're
a wizard cleric. You're a wizard cleric. You got all the options.
Braxon.
Yeah, the downside of being a wizard cleric is you need to be able to cast spells.
That
You
will
can turn
be
undead.
1,500 experience for you, Braxon.
1,500.
Yep.
Thank you.
Ockar, that will be 1,700. Finn, that will be 1,400. Lafdul, 1,200. And Solas, 1,200 for you, and an extra 250 for your priest.
250 for
And
priest.
Anghammarand has given me a reroll. Thank you.
Ooh.
I appreciate that.
Is Anghammarand trying to get Solas killed?
Maybe. All right. So, anyone going up any levels from that?
I
Not
need
yet.
another 5,000 to reach my next level.
Yeah, not yet.
If only you were there to help defend Solas, then maybe you'd get that.
I love to see
Yeah.
how much XP Solas to get for solo in this if he
Well,
does.
where is Solas again? Because Braxon will be in our office.
Solas went to
in
Bellis's
Higgs.
shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never placed where
Where-
Bellis' shop
I'm gonna
is
have to
now.
go review
Yeah.
the video to see if I
Okay.
remember
Is
if
it
I
really
made
far
a note
away
of where
or
it was.
You were tracking us for a straight at the time when we were doing the deaths,
Right, but I don't know
it's
if
not
I don't know if that had to do with his shop. So I need to go back and look at videos and
I think
figure that out.
I
See if I can figure that out.
I think the attempted murder happened in this sort of area. This weird
that.
zigzaggy back street between Hill Street.
Yeah, I think it
and
went
Market.
through there.
Right.
Like,
So
Yeah.
right,
they
but
went across
there's
the main street.
Oh,
and
right,
fought
but that
back.
doesn't necessarily mean that that's where Bellis's shop was.
No.
You went
No,
down
no,
into
no,
the sewer down here. I remember that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, he could have been going to the market to
Yeah.
get food. He could have had any reason to go to the market. So he even could have been he even could have his shop over here, say, and still have a valid reason to go through that alleyway.
Yeah. So I just need to look to see if there was a time when I actually placed his shop. I may not have.
Yeah, you may not have.
I
in which
don't
case,
recall.
In which case,
There'll be a time when we're selling gems. Where are we located?
And it's entirely possible that I will spend a little bit of time looking and be like, it's not worth my time. I'm just going to place it somewhere else.
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah, this is when the party accidentally skips to the end of the book in the worst way possible. Am I right?
That's good. But
Choose your own
you know
adventure
what?
books.
I don't know.
Think how much money we can save on all those legal fees
Oh, look
if
at
we
the
get rid of the
1,000
bad guy now.
I just lost 1,000 getting witnesses. Understand?
I mean, the lawsuit could still happen. You don't know.
The lawsuit
Yeah,
might still
that's true.
happen. This is just giving us a leg up if we can deal with this problem.
Such a
That's true.
naff move.
Yeah, you don't know if this is related.
Mhm.
You might have stumbled onto
True.
something else.
Like I said, we might have stumbled to something else.
We might have, yeah.
But
This is
we're going to have
on
to
the
find
bright
out
side.
next
If we
time.
can get the guard involved in this, we do have a case for the whole charmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of
well-
illegal snooping around and casting magic unlawfully.
We don't necessarily know does this spirit that is possessing him, can he charm other people?
Oh, if only I lent you
That's
those.
a problem if he charms Solas.
If this creature causes a ruckus and the watch comes there, then we might be able to get them to search the building. So if there's some creatures in the back pretending to be urchins, that could reveal that.
The thing is, to be honest, I don't really want Watch to come in at the moment, since I doubt the Watch have anything that they can do to this
They're
creature
meat shields for you.
unless they can call in some clerics or mages.
Well,
You
they
have
can.
a way to send for us?
What 5th level priest spell did you take?
Disbelievable.
Yeah, because I was wasn't that what I remember? There was this discussion about you potentially taking that. I wonder if that would work.
I could try it.
If you're really lucky,
Get it off before it hits you.
if you're really lucky, Lever might say, "Hey, Ord, could I please have gone to the shop with him?"
Oh, no. No, the answer to that is no.
Because it puts her life in danger inadvertently.
I mean, you are currently posing that I have to stay in and fight with it.
I'm not saying you have to stay in there, fight with it.
Well, you are all of you are basically saying that
No.
it's inevitable.
No,
Some of that is
like-
joking. Some of that is
goading
joking.
you on.
yeah, how many rounds is it going to take you to get out the door?
I mean, I could be away from the shop in one round.
Uh-huh. Won't it get an attack of opportunity?
You got to hope
No.
your half-elven heritage saves you for that 30% resist
Have-
charm.
He would not get the attack of opportunity.
Well, how
Hey.
close were you to the counter?
I do have a ring
Close
that
enough.
teleports.
You do?
Oh, right. If you got ring
Yeah.
of teleportation,
Yeah.
I would
I do.
suggest you use that.
When did you get that?
It was loot sometime before.
Wait, does that mean you can teleport back to us and then teleport us back to the shop with you?
Oh, was it the ring with multiple spells stored on?
No, it's not the ring of multiple powers.
Because I think that had some good spells on it as well. But it loses its enchantment bonus.
It's not that I have
How many people can you teleport with that ring?
Is it a ring of recall or what?
It's a ring that allows me to teleport
Oh,
within
blinking
nearby
ring.
spaces, but it's basically that I can teleport out of the shop.
And they scream for the guard.
It's got a blinking ring. Yeah, I remember that dropping at some point.
Mhm.
If we're ending up here, then I gotta get going.
All right. So
Alright, see you
that
later,
is going to
Ockar.
be it. I want to let you guys have a little bit of more chatter, which is perfectly fine. But yes, that is going to be it for this session. When we come back next time, we will see what comes of Solas's inadvertent revelation of some large humanoid with thick fur, horns, muzzle, and heavy robes. And we will
Question
see...
though, Old. It's the most important question all the viewers want to know. Was Foldrick on his way here to have an important sale of gems?
That's something that you'll have to find out next time.
Yeah.
Something you'll have to
Can
find out
lobby
next
that
time.
against us.
Is this creature a one-eyed, one-horned,
No.
purple people eater?
He has 2 eyes and brown fur.
Okay.
Oh, it just reminds me of the thing from Eye of the Beholder too. Those creatures, whatever they're called. You know what I'm on about, right?
I do not, actually.
Oh.
Not offhand.
Alright, I'll show you after the game.
Alright. But I want to thank you guys for playing, and I want to thank everyone out there for watching. We will be back next week, and we'll see what comes of this sudden change of events.
If the audience spends 5,000 bits, he will spare Solas' life.
I make no promises. See you next time, everyone.
If you
I was
die,
a
Solas,
guardian demon.
if
Take
Solas
care,
dies,
everyone.
we will avenge him.
See you next
See
time,
you
everyone.
later.
See you later.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Thanks for the
game.
game.